Hi everyone, how are you guys all doing? Welcome to the show. Of course, I'm never usually ever, I don't think I've ever gone live on a Sunday night before, but here I am live. And I wanted to say hello or introduce. She is going to be that way, and this is Miss Annie. At least she will be here for a little while.
Hey
She's going to have
everybody.
to leave. She's gonna have to leave in about 15 minutes. So if there's anybody who wants to come up on panel, as long as I know who you are, because I'm not gonna send the link out to anybody can come up on panel. But yes, if I know you and you want to come up on panel, I'll let you up on panel. So, but I am going to do some watercolors, and I wanted to say hello to Liz, to Larry, to Sandra, of course, to Annie, who's actually down there, right
Yeah,
there. There she is. So she isn't to the side of me. But yeah, wanted to say hello to everybody and to hello to anyone else that's maybe out there. I don't know why it's not showing, but oh well. But I'm going to do a watercolor tonight. I'm not going to do an acrylic. So um, I wanted to switch this over here. And still not quite sure what I'm going to be doing yet. Have an idea, don't know for sure. But we're going to get started. I have this palette. This is actually from Dollar Tree. That is watercolors, and I have my Steedler
Stetler.
water. Is it Stetler? Yeah, Stetler. I thought it was Stetler. Um, Watercolor pencils, and between the two, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be using these paintbrushes as well as this water paintbrush. It has water in it. You squeeze it. This is wet. And so you can use the watercolors that way.
I really do like
But
those with your brushes.
yeah, I really like them. In fact, I'm gonna order some more.
You can get them with finer
Uh,
tips and broader tips.
yes,
The
I'm gonna
brushes.
buy some. I'm gonna get some more of these, and I'm actually gonna get some more watercolors as well. So I'm gonna lay down some paint here, and I got this little
Palette.
palette to mix, and got some water sitting over here as well. One for dipping and one for cleaning. So, and I have paper towel, which will help. But we're going to go ahead and get some uh, water. Some, oh, this is green. What the heck? How did this get green? I cleaned this thing.
Already in the paint because the green has been wet. Look at your palette. It's probably where you practice to see how
No,
it laid
no,
down.
I wasn't using this paintbrush when I did that. I did that earlier, but I never used
So I have a
this
question for
paintbrush.
you, Kalani. We're
What's
gonna do
that?
what I'm not here to think of your words for you.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's, I know. That's why I asked Renee. I said, "What do you do when I'm not around to think of the words you can't think of?" She goes, "I just skip it and go on to the next thing." I am very practiced
Yeah,
at it. I do
yeah.
it for everybody.
So, right. So I'm going to grab some blue and get some blue going. Got to have more water.
Oh, you remember how I told you that the colors like that blue to me in the palette looks purple, but when you put it
Yeah,
on the paper, it's blue. It's
right.
not every shade of blue that does that. Some of the other shades show up as blue on both. I don't know if it's the monitor. I know it's not my eyes because everybody's like, "Yeah, know that," and they're purple, and I'm like, "No, watch," and they're like, "Oh, it's not purple." I was like, "But it looks purple." So I've had
Right.
to change my thinking on it. What are we painting, by the way?
A sky.
Well, there's always a sky. Oh, haha! Bill said a picture.
You're right. A painting. I'm just doing a painting here. I like the way the watercolors gives me a pre-made sky. You know.
Yeah,
I don't have
you don't have to work as hard
but
to do it.
right.
I will tell you, I was playing around with mine in those gel crayons. You can like lay your sky down, your clouds, and then use
Mm-hmm.
water color over top of it for your sky, and it makes your clouds pop. It's really cool. I'm
Yeah.
just playing around trying to see what different things I can do with them. I mean,
Oh,
basically
so
the earth
today,
watercolor.
yeah. So today I rehydrated my Hemi paint. I put a bunch of water in it, and it's in the process of rehydrating. So I can show you that real quick before you leave. Oh, got to be careful because there's water in there. Come on, I don't want to spill it. It's locked, closed. There we go.
That makes it easier, Dave. Is it done
Yeah.
on the ends as well?
No, but it snaps shut when I pop it shut. I just don't want to spill the water out. Ooh, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll show you another time. I'm not doing that one. This painting's sitting here. But yeah, I worked on it today and started rehydrating it so I can start using it again. I had forgot that I even had it, and so it's like, okay, well, Connie, you probably should start using it again. Okay, I think this is gonna be pretty much the sky. This paper, it is watercolor paper, and it still bubbles up. I hate that when that happens, but I think that's pretty much any water. I mean, any paper is going to bubble up if it gets wet. And I do know if it's still uneven after I'm done, then I iron it straight, flat.
I usually just put mine under a heavy weight.
Um, I've done that, but I also iron it too. Ironing sets the paint as well. Okay, now that this has green in it, and I have no idea, I used that green earlier, but I used this paintbrush, not this one. And I washed this one. I don't know how it got green, but oh well. So, what is everyone up to tonight?
As little as possible.
Yeah.
I basically laid me out all day. It was nasty
You what?
cold today. And we did get
Yeah.
a few little snow squalls this morning, but nothing stuck. It's been too wet. But
Yeah.
tonight they said there's going to be a lot of black ice tonight. Luckily, I'll only have to go across one teeny tiny bridge and then a bigger one.
Right.
I've only hit black ice on 35. What that one time? I spun in a complete circle, scared the crap out of me, and then my car started sliding towards the river.
Awesome, Sandra. Yeah, that's not fun.
No, no. And all it was is when we came to a stop, and then Anthony just turned around, looked at me, patted me on the shoulder, and was like, "Good job, Mom. Good job." It's okay. He says the same thing when I miss a deer.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, by the time we got down to pick Bill up, I was my hands was shaking so hard. He said, "Let's go," and I was like, "Nope, I need to sit here for a minute."
Right.
Because I got to say that is my biggest nightmare is having my car go into the river because I can't swim.
Right.
Well, I like those mountains. Those already look pretty.
I know. I love the way the watercolors does that.
Well, it's clean this time. Your brush.
Huh?
I said it's clean this time. Your brush.
Yes, it is. No, it still has green in it. It's not completely clean, or just the water has.
You sure your water? No, you said your water was clean now. Well,
Yeah,
it's clean there. Why isn't it clean on the palette? Because it's coming out clean on the
I have
paper
no
towel. That's
clue.
weird.
I know.
Honey, Okie dokie, I am heading out.
All right. You have a good evening.
You too. You gonna be around tomorrow, or do you know yet?
I don't know yet.
All right. Well, holler at me if you
No
are.
clue. Okay.
Night,
Have a good
everybody.
night.
Thanks for coming in. I'm gonna leave my. I'm gonna stay in here so you get the views, and I'm also on YouTube.
Okay. Awesome. And now it's quiet. So I did the trees. Now I'm going to use these pencils, and going to lay down some of the pencil, and then I'll show you how it activates when it gets wet. So you just squeeze it, and it activates the watercolors in the on the palette, or down on the paper. You guys have to talk to me, or I get really quiet and I don't talk. Because normally when I'm doing my paintings, when I'm not live, I don't talk the whole time, unless Ron's around and he'll ask me a question. But other than that, I don't say anything. I don't say a single word, and so I'm really quiet. So you got to talk to me. So the more water you lay down, the more blending you can do of the paint, and the more you can push the paint around to get different effects. Of course, you can tell this is water. I mean, I'm this is watercolors, but I'm painting water. And I can actually use this and pick up more paint off of my palette as well, if I want to get a different tone or different shade of different blues inside here. Plus I have this other blue that I was using as well that I can use. Okay. Hi, Fiber. Hi, Jill. How are you doing? I am painting with watercolors tonight. So I'm using a palette from Dollar Tree, and I'm using my Staedtler watercolor pencils. So and I'm using paintbrushes and my water paintbrush. So, yeah. So I'm going to lay down some more colors. So with the paint, with these are, they look like just regular colored pencils, but they're not. They're watercolor pencils. So you just put down you like draw or you color in with your color, and then you activate it with water. You can actually draw, around it and give it that like an edge. To it. Now I'm going to use a couple of different colors of green. This is a darker one, so I can get different tones on the paper. Awesome, Jill. Yeah. So I'm going to do a little bit of a lighter green. Plus I have a light green over here on my palette that I can also pick up and use. And once this dries, I can go back in and add more paint if I want to. So go ahead and still has enough water. It's about halfway. And so you just squeeze it, get the water down into the bristles, and you get the paper wet where you colored, and you have your paint. And I'm going to try and stick with, I'm not going to blend into the light until after I've cleaned my brush after I've done the dark, because I don't want the dark to take over. And I can tell when it's starting to get dry. I just squeeze it and it releases more water into the bristles. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush. And this has a really super fine tip that if I can use it as a really super small tip, or I can go with, push down on it and it will give me the bigger tip, or I can use these paint brushes. I can dip them in water and use it on here. So if I want a really super fine tip, or if I want the bigger tip, and now that this part is dry up here, I will go back and work on it as soon as I get all this grass done. I'm going to clean this off so I can go into this lighter. Awesome, Jill. I just made, I crocheted a skirt cover and a cardigan, and it's a set. The other day I took it down in my sewing room and I was going to add the elastic to it, so all I have to do is block it, and I started feeling weird and I ended up having vertigo. So I'm going to go back down and work on it this week. Plus I've got I'm sewing for my first great grandson or great grandchild. I'm making him. I already made him burp cloths, and I'm working on um, his receiving blankets. I'm making. I also crocheted him a little. Their theme is yeah, it's no fun. Vertigo is horrible. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, so I am doing his making that. Plus, I made him his theme is that's where I was going with my thoughts. His theme is sea creatures, and so I crocheted him a little sea turtle. Yes, that's what I was taking meclizine as uh, right after I got it. I started taking. I called the doctors and they said to go get some meclizine and take it, and that cleared it up. Except for I had a headache, a really bad headache, for a couple of days. I also used essential oils. That helped as well. Okay, so now I'm going to use my paintbrush. This paintbrush had paint in it. I couldn't get out. So I'm not going to use that one. I'll use this one. And I'm going to use some red. Put some wood slats in here. Yeah, I know. I was sucking on some. Yes, I use lemon usually. When I do, I get the sugar free from Walmart because I don't want the ones with sugar in the house because of diabetes. So uh, that helps. And I always I used a mixture of essential oils. It was with a carrier oil. I used peppermint, lavender, tea tree oil, and ginger, and that helped a lot with coconut as a carrier oil. That's not good, Larry. Yesterday was the first day that I felt good. I the um, vertigo started on Wednesday morning. I was downstairs and I started feeling really weird, and I'm like, okay, this is not good. I got to get up the stairs before I fall. So I hope your heart's okay, Larry. My husband has had a quadruple bypass 13 years, no, 12 years ago. And then 2 years ago, he started having chest pains again. And we went to the cardiologist and found out that his bypasses, um, two of them were completely blocked. One of them was clear, and one was 30% blocked. And so they said they would not do another bypass. There's a couple of reasons why. One, the regenerated veins or arteries have bumps on the inside of them, so the blood doesn't flow clear through well enough. And so that's, plus they said they don't like to put someone through that again. It's really hard on your body. So he's got what's called helper veins. So veins in your body attaches to your heart and feed your heart with blood. And then he's on a time-release nitro, and then he has a saving nitro that he carries around with him at all times. And that has helped. That's kept him from having any more pains. If he gets pains, then he takes the saving nitro, but he hasn't had to take it very much, only a few times. And the doctor said that he needed to lose the extra weight that he had put on, which is hard on your body. So he's doing much better, and he exercises. The cardiologist says you have to continue exercising. Yeah, I'd never heard of it either, Jill. Helper veins. I could see it on they did they went into his heart and took pictures of it, and you could see them. Oh, little tiny veins had attached to the heart. And I'm like, that's weird. I'd never heard of anything even close to like that before. Okay, this is not as dark as I want it. So we're going to lay down some more blue. That's the one thing about watercolors. You can add more and more and it not take over the picture. Yeah, so we have a picture of the inside of his heart and of his heart that they took when they did the scope. And you can see all these little tiny veins that's helping his body take care of his heart. Yeah, his was a quadruple bypass. All 4 arteries were clogged. He did not have a heart attack, though. He was having pains, and then he would stop doing what he was doing, and the pains would go away. And finally I said, you need to go to the doctor. And so he went, and they sent him for a stress test. And hey, Greg, welcome in. Yeah, so they sent him to the hospital, and they was going to do stents. They couldn't get through the blockages, and so they went ahead and did the quadruple bypass. But now he's good. Which I'm glad for. I'm not ready to lose him yet. At least not from at all, but definitely not from a heart attack. Welcome back, Liz. Well, that's good, Larry. Because if you don't have a heart attack, you haven't damaged your heart as much as if you do. A heart attack really hurts your heart. It damages it pretty bad. So when you don't have a heart attack, at least you haven't damaged it. Hi, Connie. Welcome in. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm laying down some more brown I want around this edge. Want it to be a little bit darker with a different tone. And I'm going to use this, my water pen again to activate it. And then I'm going to put some greenery down. Let's see, I'm going to put yeah, my A1C, when I had it checked in December, it was 4.2. My husband had his done a month before that, and his was 6.2. Of course, I've lost 65 pounds, which has helped, and I'm eating much better than what I was before. I'm making sure I'm eating the right foods. I try to make my husband do that. He doesn't listen real well, though, unfortunately. But he's a man, and I'm not saying anything bad about Larry, or I'm not saying anything bad about Larry or Greg, but he doesn't listen real well. Plus, he's got dementia, which doesn't help because he doesn't always remember what I've said. So that's hard. Yeah, we have good numbers, which is, I'm glad. See, so I've never been a diabetic before up until last year. The doctor checked my A1C every time I went to the doctors, and twice in an 18-month period, it was 2 points above where it should be. And so he said, you're technically a diabetic, even though I take no medicine for it, other than he put me on Ozempic, which has helped with my weight. That's why I've lost 65 pounds. I feel amazing. I have tons of energy. I can run again, even though I have a bad knee. I can go up and down stairs like they're nothing, where before I would have to go one step at a time, and my heart rate, I would just breathe heavy, and now I don't have that. Right. It does. It brings down your A1C, and I've lost all this weight. And my doctor, I said, so do I, after I'm done losing the weight, do I go off of it? And he said, oh no, He goes, you stay on it because it becomes a maintenance, and that way you won't gain your weight back. And I'm like, okay. I'm okay with that. And I haven't been sick, not even one day on it. A lot of people say they get sick. A lot of it's because they're still not eating right. My brother-in-law is on it, and he eats whatever. He eats garbage. Let's just put that. He doesn't take care of himself, and he's not losing weight very much, and his A1C is not going down. And I'm like, they were here for Thanksgiving, and I asked him if he had lost weight, and awesome, Larry. I asked him how it was going, and he goes, I haven't lost any weight, and all I ever do is eat. I'm like, well, first of all, they probably got you on the wrong dosage, and I wasn't going to tell him he doesn't eat right, because he doesn't. He doesn't eat right at all. So he eats just garbage. And I eat, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I do. In the morning, I have, I eat a yogurt, sugar-free, non-fat yogurt, protein-packed yogurt, and then I have a banana, my coffee, and then I have, for lunch, I have salad. Well, that's good, Jill. And then oh, that's purple. I don't want purple. Where's my brown? Okay, I had a brown pencil. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Nope, that's purple. Oh, right here. Okay. I have my salad for lunch, and then for dinner, I always make sure I have a starch, a protein, and a vegetable. And then I have my little tiny scoop, about this big, around, little tiny scoop of ice cream. That's my indulgence for the day. So I figure I can have an indulgent. And that way I don't go like crazy. And overeat or not eat the right stuff. I know that for a while everyone was saying, oh, Ozempic is killing people. You know what was killing them was the fact that they were not eating the right foods for their bodies, and they were going into diabetic shock. That's what was killing people. Because if you eat correct, you don't go into a diabetic coma. Yeah, I eat lots of vegetables. So my my salad that I have every day for lunch has spring lettuce, which is different kinds of lettuce in it. And then I have peppers, usually red or yellow peppers or orange peppers. And then it has a boiled egg, one boiled egg. It has tomatoes. It has cottage cheese, non-fat dressing. And then sometimes I'll have tuna or in it, or sometimes I'll have like if I had chicken the night before, we'll cut chicken up and put it in there, or yeah, that's what I'll have for yeah, my spring salad has spinach and different green leaf vegetables. Sometimes romaine, different things. I like romaine. So, yeah. Awesome, Larry. Yeah, I have had a salad for every single one of my lunches, but maybe 5 or 6 of them since last February. So almost a year. I love salads. Totally love them. Ron makes it for me, and because I don't have any, I can't wear my teeth because I have bone sticking up on my gums, and the it hurts my mouth to use the my to wear my teeth. I just blend my salad up in the blender and I drink it. I know people think that's gross, but you know what? It is what it is. That's what I have to do. So they've been trying to figure out a way to make it what it's better, but right now it's just not. So it is what it is, right? Thank you, Sandra. It's a little bit different than what I usually do, of course, because it's watercolors. But I think I'm going to put a little bit of purple in this water to give it some dimension. I think I'm going to go with this darker purple. That's true, yeah, Liz. But you know, I have people who get weirded out about it. Ooh, you're drinking your salad. I'm like, so? I'm drinking my salad. I don't care. Yeah, you know what? It tastes like a salad. It doesn't taste like anything but a salad. Even Ron has a issue with it, and I said, Ron, it literally tastes exactly like a salad. And I told him, I said, you know what? If I couldn't eat any solid foods, I'd blend up everything and eat it because it doesn't bother me. See, that little bit of purple gives the water some more depth. Thanks, Liz. Thank you, Sandra. Yes, I go to the gym 3 days a week and work out. I do cardio and I lift weights. And my husband, he walks the dog every day at the park. So we're working out all the time. So, and I lift some major weights. I am not I'm not a weak person, and I really lift some weights. I I can lift with my legs. On the leg press, I can lift almost 200 pounds. with my legs. And with my arms, I can do almost 100 pounds easy. And I'm 63, and I think I'm pretty healthy, especially now that I'm not carrying around all that extra weight that I did not need. So, and I bought some new pants. 2 sizes. Okay, so I went 2 sizes down because I have what's called an apron. There's several reasons for it. One, because I was heavy, and two, because of my scar, my burn scar. Scar tissue doesn't stretch, and so when I had babies, all the rest of my skin had to stretch extra, so I have extra skin. Am I going to get it removed? No, I am not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that vain. Um, but because of that, I have a little bit of extra around my belly. But I bought a pants 2 sizes smaller, and they're still too big on me, so I get to go lower. Luckily, I only bought 2 pairs. They were on clearance, and so I'm gonna have to go smaller. So that's a good thing. I love chicken. I am a chicken person. I mean, I make other foods too. Greg, thank you, Jill. Yeah. Yeah. I got really sicked out by my the way my body looked last year when I was so heavy. It it made me sick to my stomach because I never looked in a mirror. I could never see what I really looked like. And then I did, and I was not happy with myself. I felt like I had was destroying myself, especially the fact that I couldn't move around very much. Going up and down stairs would make me feel horrible. And I've got, you know, I got 9 grandchildren, 1 great grandchild, and I couldn't get down on the floor and play with them. My younger ones, of course, my 23-year-old grandson won't get down on the floor and play with me anymore. He's he's over that. But yeah, I'm just glad I'm doing better. I'm gonna use this water pin here, and I'm going to blend more of this, just so it doesn't look like pencil marks. So it looks more seamless. A little bit more blended. Thank you, Liz. I am going to put some more yellow. See if I can't get that brighter for the sun. Make sure there's no color in that. Yep. Yeah, Greg, I understand. Not sure if that's working. It's kind of mixing with the blue to make it green. That's not what I want. Let me dry this real quick so I can put some yellow from a pencil. Yeah, that's the way I was still before. I know that I'm going to have knee surgery because my knee is in bad shape. But I'm hoping that well, that's way too light. I wanted to go something darker. There, that's a little bit darker. I know I'm gonna have the surgery on my knee, but it's so much better than it was. Oh yeah, that's a lot brighter. And now I'm going to be very careful and try to not get any. Oh, I'm still getting green. Oh well. It will be what it will be, right? I think this is done. Now I'm not going to be able to sign this with a paintbrush because it's watercolors. So I'm going to sign it with a Sharpie. Let's see, I have a silver Sharpie. I don't think a silver one will work. I'll go with a black. Exactly. That's great, Jill. I agree with you. It has taken me since February 2nd of last year to lose 65 pounds, which is about 5 pounds a month, which is good. There we go. And that is signed.
Ha!
You had to take a nitro. Oh, she made it back. Hi, welcome back, Annie. What do you think of the painting?
Oh, I love it. Hey, everybody, come in while I was gone.
Yeah, we've got Greg and Larry and Sandra and Liz and Jill.
Hey, Jill. Hey, Greg.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay.
So, and it's curled up, and I can lay something flat on it, but a lot of times I will just put parchment paper over it and iron it. I have some heat presses. I have a big one and a little one, and so that's what I will use, and it will flatten this out completely. So, yeah.
Hold out there.
Yeah, and I had to sign this, Annie, with a Sharpie.
But you spelled your name right. That's what counts.
Yeah, I did.
What is it, honey? What, Cass? Night, night.
Hi, Anthony. Hello, Anthony.
You say hi to Connie? Say hi. Hi. He's got a mouthful of medicine.
That's okay. I did a painting. You wasn't able to see me do it.
He's seen you start it, but we left before you finished.
Okay. Yeah, there's the painting.
Hey, Larry, we are lucky to have you as part of our group.
Exactly. We are glad you're part of our group. For sure. Let me switch my camera or take this one off.
There you go.
Let me go like this.
Night, night. Let me see you in the morning. I love you. Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Look, now there's two of me.
Night, Liz. It's double trouble.
Yeah. I can't tell which one's me. Which one's
Okay.
this one?
The one that is muted is on my right, so your left.
Right.
But I don't know which camera it is.
I know what to do. I'll just back out.
There you
There we
go.
go. That was an easy thing. I could just back out of it. So yeah. Um Good night, everybody who's leaving. We're gonna end this tonight. Glad you guys came. I know I don't normally go live on Sunday night. It was new. I didn't, and of course I haven't done. This is the first watercolor I've done in a couple of years. I did some a few years ago, but I haven't done any since. But yeah, this is good, and I'm going to press this flat, and then yeah. Oh, your picture changed, Sandra. I'm like her picture was not that earlier. It was the S. Now it's her face. She changed to a different account. Cool. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. And I hope you guys have a great night. I will be live Tuesday night on my other channel. Don't know what I'm doing yet. You know me. I never know what I'm going to do on that channel until I get there, or a little while before, usually earlier that day. And then, of course, I'll be live again on Thursday, and then for bingo on Saturday. On both of those on this channel. So you guys have a great night. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Thanks, Jill, for coming. I'm glad it's nice to be able to talk to everybody and see everybody. Because normally on Sunday night, we're just chatting rather than actually communicating like you can when I'm talking. Thank you, Annie, for being here. Even though you were gone for a little while, I'm glad you got back safe. No problems with any ice. And you guys have a great night. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.